Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
Welcome back to I Am Athlete Tonight. I'm your host, Lee J. Doosable, with my guys, Brandon Marshall, Brandon Flowers, and Omar Kelly. And you heard Dion, must be the money. So it's time for us at I Am Athlete to help you make some money. This is the final week of the regular season games in the NFL, which means some teams are gearing up for the postseason, and then some players are finalizing their moving and vacation plans for the off season. Both of those aspects could impact this week's game. And at I Am Athlete, we're here to help you figure out which teams are playing to win, which teams are just going through the motions. Knowing who is locked in this week can help you win some bets this week with FanDuel. Now, new customers can join using the IAA promotional code and get started with $150 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just sign in using the app or online and use the promotional code IAA, and you get $150 in free bets. Plus, you combine your bets for a bigger bag with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. So let's look at some of the player props available for the two Saturday games. I'll start off with my player prop, and it is with the Tennessee Titans playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. B-Flow, we were kind of talking off camera, and you were like, yeah, I don't trust Tennessee because Josh Dobbs. I like Josh Dobbs. He showed me some things in that Thursday night game versus the Dallas Cowboys. Over 182.5 passing yards. Book it. Josh Dobbs will throw for over that. The Jaguars have given that up to their quarterback position 4 out of the last 5 games. I like Josh Dobbs to throw over that. He did that last week versus the Dallas Cowboys. Derrick Henry, over 90.5 rushing yards. Derrick Henry hit that number the last time these two teams played. Plus, the Jaguars have given that up to the running back position 3 out of the last 5 games. So, you know, Tennessee Titans rested a lot of their frontline guys on that Thursday night game. So you're talking about a fresh Derrick Henry. I like him to get at least 30 carries. He's going to go over the 90.5 rushing yards. Treylon Burks, over 37.5 receiving yards. He has essentially become the number 1 receiver for the Tennessee Titans. And the Jaguars defense has given that up, that number, 37.5 receiving yards, to the number 1 receiver 4 out of the last 5 weeks. Anytime touchdown. Derrick Henry, I like him to score a touchdown. The Jaguars have given up a rushing touchdown to the running back position 3 out of the last 5 games. And then taking the Tennessee Titans to cover plus 6.5. If you look at Mike Vrabel, he is 10-4 against the spread on an extra rest week. So they played Thursday, which means they had 9 days before this game on Saturday. And if you also look at it, a lot of the frontline guys didn't play. So it's essentially almost 2 weeks of rest. Again, Mike Vrabel is 10-4 against the spread with extra rest. I like the Tennessee Titans to cover the 6.5. If you place a $100 bet on FanDuel using the IAA promotional code, your payout pays you $1,049.07. So again, $100 bet pays you out $1,000.
That's
$1,049.07. What'd you say, Omar?
I said that's $150, dudes. You can keep the 93 cents.
Nah, I want to keep this. I need all the money. Anytime they're giving me some extra money, I'm keeping it. B-Flow, what's your player prop bet this week?
Man, dudes, you got Tennessee doing their thing with Derrick Henry rushing for over 90. Josh Dobbs.
Extra rest, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Over 182, but that is not happening. Jacksonville has a chance to go to the playoffs under Doug Peterson. Man, this team going to be so live. This stadium going to be so electric. So, my first player prop bet is Christian Kirk going over 62.5 receiving. Trevor Lawrence been playing ball. He been one of the hottest quarterbacks entering into this week 17 there is in the NFL. You know how it is. Once teams get hot going into the playoffs, they normally stay hot while they going into this playoffs, right? And if Jacksonville get in, they're going to be a little problem. Watch what I tell you. So I got Christian Kirk with over 62 receiving yards, and Tennessee ranked like 31st pass defense. So he'll definitely get that. Josh Dobbs, I'm taking the under 182.
Hater.
Opposite bet of dudes right there. Why you went that way, Brandon?
Just because I still just don't think Josh Dobbs have enough starts to come in this type of atmosphere. This is a playoff game right here. Like, this is playoff atmosphere, an away game. Jacksonville go stack the box. They go run blitz. They go pass blitz. They go make sure Derrick Henry can't get going. And while they there, they go rush the quarterback. So he gonna have to make some tight throws and some small windows, and I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. My third prop bet is Darren Waller going over 40 yards receiving. You know, we all know Oakland made that switch at quarterback. You know, they lit it up last week. I think Waller is that type of player where it's almost just a given, right? He's going to get 40 yards. Kansas City doesn't have the best secondary out there, you know. So I think that's the number one prop bet right there with Darren Waller going over 40 and a half receiving. 40 and a half receiving. And then my last prop bet is Isaiah Pacheco. He's been a beast for Kansas City. He's the unsung hero for this offense, right? Because for Andy Reid offense to go, he has to have a running game. Like Shady did that, from Shady to Jamal Charles to when Kareem Hunt and all those boys who Andy Reid had at running back in Kansas City. You got to have a running back that go. You know, Oakland is going to try to stop the pass in Mahomes. So Pacheco go get his 61 yards. So that's a lock. I'm 100% on that. Like that's
so you like that bet, huh, B-Flow?
I love it.
So if you like B-Flow's player prop bet, you put $100 down, pays out $1,130.97. So, you know, nice bang for your buck. I still like my player prop better. I just, the disrespect for Josh Dobbs just has to stop. I'm telling you, you talked about it. They're going to stack the box. They're going to force him to throw the ball. He's going to go over 182 and a half.
Even with 2 weeks in this offense, dudes, he threw for like
230 last week in the first week in the offense.
But he got film now. Like, they can see what throws he like. They go see what he struggles with. They finna sit in the house. I'm telling you.
I like it. Well, let's head to boss man. Brandon Marshall, tell us about your player prop this week.
Big week. A lot on the line, right? You know, we're talking a lot about playoffs, but also there's a lot of guys, right, chasing individual accolades and statistics, right?
And bonuses, huh? Bonuses
like me.
Final week bonuses.
Yep, things they written down 7 months ago, right? So it's going to be a lot of action this weekend. I think there's going to be a lot of upsets, dudes. But where I'm at right now, I am going to put $100 down. So I'm gonna put $100 down. I don't know if you guys are betting or not.
I'm taking my player prop bet.
It sounds like y'all playing with Monopoly money or something, but I'm going to put $100 down. And if my 4-leg parlay hits, I'm going to bring in $1,214, right? Pretty much got my first 2 legs is pretty much B-Flow's legs, first 2 legs or last 2 legs. I got Jacksonville covering the 6.5 spread.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville, you got your quarterback, he's hot. Everything Flo said is dead on the money. They're excited. Dudes, I think you played in Jacksonville.
I did.
You know how that city is. I don't want to call them front runners. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But all I know is when Jacksonville's winning, that city has a lot of energy, bro.
It does.
A lot of energy. So I like Jacksonville right now because of what's on the line. And then Christian Kirk, you talked about him, right? Coming into this year, he got a big bag. And everybody was like, why the hell is Christian Kirk getting a big bag, right? And he showed his worth at times this year. Now, is he worth $20 million a year, $20 million a year? I don't know, but I saw some $20 million plays this year, and he has a great relationship with this quarterback. So I like him to go over on the 62.5 yards. And then you have the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs cover. They cover because they think they can potentially take that number 1 seed away in the AFC, right?
9.5 points, B?
Yeah, brother. Patrick Mahomes, dudes.
I ain't worried about him. I'm worried about that defense.
Travis Kelce, the defense. I thought you were talking about the Raiders defense. You talking about
Kansas City's defense.
Yeah. I mean, but look, you got Patrick Mahomes. Hell, you had Peyton Manning back in the day. They had the 2 ends but they
only knew how to play with a lead.
They were putting up points to score points. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes going to score points. So I like them to cover dudes, and I also like Travis Kelce on the over on yards, 71.5. He's one of those players, right? Obviously, he's playing for a Super Bowl, but he's also playing to go down as the number 1 tight end. And I just remember being in these games at the end of the season, and I'm like, damn, okay. I looked at my goals, and I was like, all right, I wanted this in receptions, this in touchdowns, this in yards, and it takes all games to get there. It takes all of them, right? So Travis Kelce, you can go back the last 3-4 years. He's always playing in these last games, trying to break some record. It's like every other game he's breaking some record. So that's my 4-leg parlay. I'm not playing with Monopoly money, Omar Kelly. I'm going to put my $100 down. And what I'll probably do with my winnings, because I need one. I haven't hit any parlay yet. Auntie hit. Dudes, have you hit yet?
I hit the Thursday night this last week.
You hit?
Yeah, I hit all my parlays hit on Thursday, player props and the game. The line was 14 points for Tennessee. I brought it up to 14.5 because I just had a feeling, and they hit.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. Look, what I'm gonna do with my little $1,200.
Little $1,200.
That's all relative. It's all relative.
It's Monopoly money.
I might put them down on the other Travis Scotts. I just got them black boys. The black Travis Scotts. I know.
I told Auntie she need to get me a pair, man.
Did you get them, Flo? I know you into fashion.
Nah, I didn't get them yet, man. Put me on the plug. I need them.
Auntie the plug.
Auntie the plug. Speaking of Auntie,
Nike, she be in Oregon every other week.
Literally. Speaking of Auntie, let's read her parlay. She used the Chiefs and Raiders game to do her parlay. She likes the over in this game, over 51.5. She also likes Darren Waller for anytime touchdown. Travis Kelce, like Brandon Marshall, she likes him to go over 71.5 receiving yards. And B-Flow, she likes Jared Stidham to throw over 234.5 passing yards, which I also like too, just didn't put him in my parlay. Her $100 bet pays you out $1,469.56. So that's Auntie's parlay. Omar, we'll do your parlay, and then we'll get up out of here.
But before that, Auntie, before they discontinued the Bengals-Bills game, she was a Bills win away from hitting her second parlay.
Again, yeah.
that which is, that's quite impressive. I haven't hit yet, but I'm still working on it. My bets are getting a little bit more conservative. This time I'm taking 2 Saturday games and taking what I like out of those games. Travis Etienne for 80+ rushing yards. I got Patrick Mahomes at 300+ passing yards. Doing something a little bit different, not taking an over-under. I'm going in the individual alternative stats and started picking a yardage that I feel comfortable with. Evan Ingram over 47.5 receiving yards against the Titans. And then I got Travis Kelce with an anytime touchdown. If I hit on my $100 bet, I'll get $1,106.
What are you going to do with it? Is that little money to you or big money to you?
That's big money to me. That's a vacation. I'm trying to plan a vacation for my baby's second birthday.
You mean going towards the vacation or the vacation?
Tell them inflation, B bars ain't getting you nowhere.
That's at least the flights. That's at least the flights. You're right.
That's about it.
Yeah, you're right.
So the flights, are you a first class guy? Or
oh hell no, I ain't a first class guy. What are you talking about? Like, nah, I'm
economy comfort.
You upgrade anything?
I like hotel. I like my hotel to be nice. So I'll put money on.
Now remember, new customers can join using the IAA promotional code and get started with $150 in free bets, guaranteed. When you place your first $5 bet, just sign in using the app or online and use the promotional code IAA and get you $150 in free bets. Plus, you can combine your bets for a bigger bag with FanDuel, the official sports book partner of the NFL. Well, fellas, it looks like the Bills versus Bengals game most likely won't be played. We'll talk about that in our 2-minute drill when we return on I Am Athlete Tonight here on Mad Dog Sports Radio.